Hello and welcome to another challenge video. My name is WWDadman, but you already know that. And I decided to get the shield Shinylocke covered in this format. Not only this one, but also the one I did in Let's Go, but that video is coming up later. Just to go back and have a look at the older locks as a challenge video instead of having up the entire series as a huge playlist of multiple hours of footage. Now, I did not do this one in full odds, and looking back, the way I did this seems pretty weird to me now. Essentially, I got my encounters in the game via standard nuzlocke methods and then transferred that encounter over to my completed sword save via Pokemon Home, where I then hatched eggs with the encountered Pokemon as a parent, using the ditto I use for Masuda methoding, and that's on that save anyway, with the shiny charm, to then hatch a shiny. And that hatched shiny would then receive rare candies until it reached the same level as the parent, and got transferred back over to Shield. Now, that also means that the Pokemon would have a different OT than my Nuzlocke saves, so I had to deal with disobedience, but more on that later. Other than that, standard Nuzlocke rules apply, so let's not wait any further and go straight into this. We name our character Dadman as per usual, choose Score Bunny as our starter, cause Fire Bunny best bunny. We're obviously going for the only correct choice. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm going for the only correct choice, and there's literally no other correct choice. Get through the intro part of the game and catch our Route 1 encounter, Blipbug. We then unlock access to the PC boxes in the Pokemon Center and do the hunts for our first 2 team members over on my completed sword save with the shiny charm. Yes! 240 exactly! Feasible without hacking. Yes! 193! We named Score Bunny Hattrick, like back in the standard Nuzlocke, and Blipbug Nerd, for hopefully obvious reasons. Also, this happens. You know what's also yet to happen to me? Finding another shiny in one of the leftover eggs. Yo! I called that! Dude! What the fuck? Our next encounter is a Hoot Hoot on Route 2. Yes! Fucking finally! About fucking time! Who we name Hedwig. And since we did a Shinylocke of Let's Go on this profile on my Switch before, we get the Gigantamax Pikachu gift. Now, the shiny won't be Gmax, so we'll evolve it into a Raichu ASAP, and we also name it Sparky as per usual. Yes! Our first encounter in the wild area is a Swinub, who we call Frost. We also get another encounter in the next part of the wild area, a Wingull. Yeah! 28! 301! Nice! Who we call Snatch. Oh, fuck you! Yeah, I've ranted about the incredibly degenerate censor system for nicknames enough during BDSP, but still, I hate it. So onwards to Photostoke Gym for registering for the league and getting our jersey number. for which we go with a stretch of a pun, based on this being a shiny lock, and one of the ways to read the numbers 4 and 2 in Japanese are shi and ni, so we get our number as 42, which should then read as shiny, but yeah, I said that it's a stretch. It also doubles as the answer to Life, the Universe, and everything, so that's nice. We then fish up a Magikarp in Motostoke, more for dupe's claws than anything else. Yes! Frickin', that's what I want to see. First frickin' set of the stream. And pick up the Thunderstone from the wild area real quick to evolve Sparky. Nerd also evolves shortly after that, and I decide to go catch the Galarian Slowpoke in the train station since statics are valid encounters, and call it DLC. Game Boy Luke. If that would have worked, I would have totally flipped, but was worth a try. It came one after. Then we catch a Rookidee on Route 3. Yeah! $956 fucking eggs! And call it Kuro. Hedwig also gets massacred by a Pancham on that route, and Hedwig evolves. And then decides to go to the Isle of Armor, cause why not try doing the DLC early game, and run into the problem of disobedience for the first time. I don't have any badges yet, so I can only control mons from other saves up until level 20, so Hedwig starts disobeying. I decide to go back to the main game and go for the first badge, to be able to control our team again. Of course, we can't really use Hedwig for that, so I use Kuro in the gym instead. But in the end, we get the grass badge and go back to the Isle of Armor. There we do all of the DLC stuff, which is really not interesting since nothing happens here apart from us going through a bunch of trials that aren't necessarily interesting and going through the entire thing with Kapfu, who can't be shiny anyway, so we can't shiny hunt it in any way, so that's not really anything interesting. So we end up battling Avery at the end, where unfortunately his Galarian Slowbro ends up leveling our entire team cause it outspeeds Hedwig with its ability once. Fucking... I quit! How can one man be so unlucky? The one time it matters, he gets his fucking Quick Claw ability! The ability literally works like the Quick Claw, so yeah, we had a chance of it not activating, but the chance played in Avery's favor here. So unfortunately, the run ends right here. I did go on to finish this game with the shiny team, as evident in the start screen of the save you're seeing now, but since that was just a normal playthrough, I will refrain from going over the rest of the battles here. This is unfortunately a rather short video, but I really didn't feel like resetting the save and starting over from scratch, seeing as the shiny hunt took a whole lot of time up until then. If you want to see more Shinylocke, I'm currently playing one on Twitch in Pokemon Scarlet that we're still hunting the starter for as of the writing of this, in full art. Also, the challenge video for the Shinylocke of Let's Go that I did back in 2019 will also come up soon if you haven't watched the full VODs of that are up on this channel right now. And of course, the other challenge run series will continue, and I have been playing through the Gen 7 Rival Team Challenge recently, but that made me realize how incredibly slow and annoying Gen 7 is to play through after the first time. I honestly think it made me change my ranking of gens to Gen 7 as the worst, even beyond Gen 4. The more you play it, the less you want to play it. So that will still take a while to finish. Other than that, Gen 5 cover art speedrun, that's my third least favorite, so not too keen on starting that yet. And Gen 6 with only Gen 6 mons will only start after Gen 9 with only Gen 9 mons, and I literally just played through both Violet and Scarlet once for the dex completion. So that can wait at least for a little bit too. Apart from that, and that's the last thing I'll announce here, I'll start a whole new series streamed on Twitch as well, and probably running parallel to the Shinylocke since I can see that taking a year or more. I'll do a little yoink and twist on another PokeTuber series. I'll be nuzlocking every game, starting from red, then going to blue, yellow, gold, etc., up until Scarlet and Violet, and whatever comes after, only skipping Legends for obvious reasons of it not making any sense to nuzlocke, with a mandatory dupes and species clause stretching over the entire series. Now that obviously is a twist on Chaotic Meatball's hardcore nuzlocke of the entire series without repeats. The twist being, 1, it's my own hardcore rules in the nuzlocke rules, instead of the more common hardcore rule set. 2, me randomizing every game as a result of those rules. 3, his repeats clause being only Pokemon he used specifically, so if he used a Charmander, he can still use the evolutions. I will not be able to do that. And 4, him also doing the GameCube games and Legends, which I don't consider part of the mainline series or not that nuzlockable in general. As I said, Legends makes zero sense to nuzlocke. Look forward to that, and see you next video.